Hello, this is Vivica Williams, and you're watching Head to Head. The event called Vox Civium 2.0 brings together international organizations and civil society, local council members, and ordinary citizens, all interested in reforms. To talk more about this event, its goals, and outcomes, we're joined in the studio today by Oleksandra Skyba, Deputy Head at Institute Respublika. Hello, and thank you so much for being with us today, Oleksandra.
Hello, thank you.
Now, first, let's start by saying that the Vox Civium that we're talking about, this major event, this was not the start of this. This is more, we could say, the accumulation of 2 months of other small events around the country.
Yes, we have a lot of work before organizing this marathon, and we have 28 local marathons, and we invited more than 1,800 citizens, including political parties, ordinary citizens, elected officials, and other representatives the city.
And so in 28 other places around Ukraine, there were these one day, 24 hours or 1 day at least, events where these people grew. So all of these different interested parties who ordinarily wouldn't get together, and they came together, they had discussions, workshops. Tell us a little bit about how those events went.
We have 3 hours event in each city, and we have event in one city, and next day we have another marathon, and during 2 months. We discuss with participants about election reforms, about anti-corruption reforms, and also party finance. And people very interested took part in these marathons because we have a lot of works in this city, and I think we conduct more than 3,000 different events before. And during the 2 years, we very active with in the city, and we many work with citizens and party before.
Oh wow! So for 2 years, and this the event, these marathons were going on for the last 2 months, and then we see on December 13th there was the Vox Civium 2.0, which was an accumulation of all of these that had gone on. And so tell us about that event and what came from that.
In the event, we have participants from different cities, from 28 cities. From different regions of Ukraine. It's also in Donetsk region, Luhansk region, Zaporizhia, and the west of Ukraine, and
the entire country represented here.
Yes, and we continue to discuss about the reforms because it's very important for citizens to know what include the reforms, and after that citizens go to home and could say about the reforms other.
Yeah, this ability to see what other places are doing about these issues, and what's working and what's not working.
Yes, and citizens more deeply understand what the roles of ordinary citizens, what my roles in the reform, and also citizens more understand what I can do I can ask elected officials about some deals in reform sphere. I could go to party and ask them about their finance, and maybe I also should go to election and vote for some officials, and other deals I could do when I know.
So people better understand,
yes.
And it's empowering as well for citizens to be able to understand how they can have this impact and see and be educated as well.
Yeah.
And how many people participated in this, and how were the citizens chosen?
In the marathon, we have more than 215 peoples, but before in the local marathons we have more than 1,018
so
people.
It's often with kind of the trainer in that type of sense, where the people who attended these smaller marathons, they learn information that they can take back to their own communities and share with them.
Yes, and also in the event participants could hear some experts and also MPs about political reforms, and after that they could have some questions for the people, and it's some discussion between citizens and elected officials.
And so what's next then?
What's next?
Yeah.
I think in 2019 we will work more deeply with citizens, and we very want to discuss with people about political programs by candidates of president, and also in Verkhovna Rada election.
So this is really helping to make sure people are educated, empowered with the upcoming elections, and able to really be able to select candidates, to have a better idea of who they're voting for, and what they stand for.
Yeah, and we also think that our activities, it's changing mind of people. And for us, very important when some guy or man or woman more deeply understand what happened in Ukraine, and in the political reform also, because now we have a lot of different boards with different political sentence about future elections, and for us very important when a citizen now about situation.
So they can evaluate, they can make better decisions.
Yes, yes.
Right. Well, thank you so much for being in with us today and explaining how this project and this ongoing project is helping to inform and empower citizens to be better voters, and not just better voters, but participants in the reform process in Ukraine. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And that was Oleksandra Skyba, the deputy head at the Institute Respublika. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned with UATV for more.